Welcome back to Ask Allison. Here's today's question. What's the number one thing I should not spend money on and the number one thing I should splurge on in the early days of private practice? There are so many options. So first, I want to thank TherapyNotes for sponsoring Ask Allison. It is an all-inclusive, simple, affordable practice management system. It's got everything you need from your notes to your calendar to HIPAA compliant swipe your card system. You don't actually swipe it, you enter it, but you know what I mean. And it actually has the lowest transaction rate of everything out there, which is awesome. There's also video conferencing that you don't have to pay extra for. TherapyNotes is awesome. You should check them out. They have over 1,000 positive reviews on Trustpilot. So it's a company you can trust and a company I recommend. So you can check them out. Sign up for 2 free months if you use my promo code ABUNDANT at checkout at therapynotes.com. All right. So I love this question. When you're building a practice, I want you to think, will spending this money on this thing bring in more money? Now, that's not to say every single thing that you spend needs to generate revenue for you. Not everything is going to generate revenue. Some things, like I was just talking about TherapyNotes, that's not necessarily going to generate revenue for you in a very direct way, in the way that, I don't know, like an ad might, but it's going to make your life 1,000 times easier and give you more bandwidth to be able to see more clients. And also make you not hate your practice, which poor systems will make you hate your practice. If you're new to this, now you know. So while not everything needs to bring in money that you spend on, I want the majority of the things that you're spending money on to generate some revenue for you. So I'm going to say, and some of you are really not going to like this, to save your money and not spend a bunch on like the nice office that you really want right now. I want you to delay that gratification until you have more money in your practice. I say that as somebody who's very sensitive to my environment, and I spent a lot of years in offices that are not nearly as nice as the one I'm in now, and that's okay. I delayed that gratification. That love seat that you really like will look amazing in your office. I don't doubt it, but $2,000 at the beginning of your practice is a much different scenario than $2,000 when you're making $100K a year. So right now, the knockoff of that couch, the cheaper version, the one that's not going to be a hand-me-down for your children, that one's going to be okay for right now. Go ahead and get the cheaper one. You can upgrade later. You can donate that one that you currently are going to have somewhere that you would like to help. But right now, I want you to not try to have the office that screams, I am a huge success and I really love sitting in my office all day long. That's not the place to spend your money. Splurge wise, I'm going to say for experience that paying for business consultation has by far been the best money I've spent in my businesses. I have participated and paid for courses and retreats and one-on-ones and memberships. I think I've probably participated in business consultation in every form in which it's delivered, and implemented what I've learned. That's another big thing. Please don't splurge on business consultation if you're not going to do what's suggested. But I have 2 hugely successful businesses. I have a 3rd business that I know is going to be hugely successful on the way. And it's thanks to the support I've gotten and the things that I've learned through those consultations. So the very top of my splurge list is business coaching. We talked about return on investment earlier this month. I think this is an important piece of this conversation. It is not too late to get that free worksheet if you haven't already. I'm going to link to it again. A good return on investment is making 5 times what you paid, right? So if you spend $100, you make $500 back. Nobody's going to complain about that. A typical return on investment for our program, the Inner Circle, which closes on Saturday, is 16 times the investment of the program. So that means the amount of money you make in less than 1 month of 1 year pays for the entire program. And since you're learning to do things that create a mostly hands-off marketing system over time, it's going to pay off year after year after year, but you only have to pay for it once. So I also want you to watch out for some things that you think are going to make you more money, but don't. These are tricky. I consider most certifications to be like that. People think it's going to give them more clout, or that their client, like potential clients, are going to be really attracted to the fact that they're certified in X, Y, or Z. Most of our clients don't know about these certifications. They don't know they exist. They don't know what those letters mean after your name anyway. So absolutely get certified if it excites you clinically, but don't get certified if the only reason you're doing it is because you think it's going to make you more marketable. It's not. So save on furniture until you're rolling in it, which you will be. Splurge on business coaching. The inner circle closes on the 27th. So if you want professionals giving you one-on-one hands-on support about your specific practice, hop in there before it closes. I'm not going to be humble here. It is absolutely the most supportive program available to practice owners out there. We care so deeply, as do a lot of my practice building colleagues. Like, everybody cares about everybody's success, but we have this set up so that, like, you cannot fail. We give extra support beyond what we advertise if you're really trying but still struggling. We're committed to you being successful. So that's over at www.abundanceparty.com/inner-circle. I'll link to it. If you know you need help getting there, I'd love to help you. I love the inner circle folks, and I really get to know them and get to know their practice and feel, I don't know, like a kinship with them that I really appreciate. So we'll launch that again in the fall if now is not the right time for you. But if now is, if you're ready to start getting clients in the door, come and join us. If you have questions for Ask Allison, please DM us over on Instagram, where we are abundance_practice_building.